Hello everyone, Gary Reasons here. Yeah, and this is your Reasons to Believe moment. Well, it's a beautiful day here, and so I decided to go out and take a little walk and bring you guys along with me. And today we're going to talk about a really key subject, and that's accountability. Yeah, that's one of those things that everybody has to be on board with. And so here's one of the little questions that you have to ask. If it's everyone's job, it's no one's job. Well, what does that mean? Well, you have to have a couple of things if you're going to have accountability that's going to be paramount throughout your organization. And what it means is you have to have some role clarity. You have to have some clearly defined responsibilities. Those are things that you can write down, that you can, perform underneath, and you can understand what everyone's role is specifically going to be. And how do you measure those? Well, you create some ownership charts. That's a way to kind of put things out there and everyone in perspective so that you kind of know what really is what you're trying to achieve, and everyone has a way of assessing what they're doing. Now, there will be consequences. The consequences of people performing or underperforming. And that's going to be related within the outcomes that you derive for your company, your business, your team. And those are the consequences that can be very positive. In a winning or losing situation, those consequences could mean just that. And oftentimes you have to have a level of follow through. Now that's what determination or grit is. You have to have those with your staff, with your personnel, with your players. Those are things that you really have to be really physical about. And determination and grit, those things are really needed for you to have strong accountability. Now, I want to also define that accountability is care in action. And there's a couple of things that you can look at here when coaching versus calling out. So if you're coaching, that is in an instructive mode. When you're calling out, that is trying to bring someone's attention to a deficiency. Well, obviously those things have to be put in place, but the action that you take in coaching versus calling out, you need to be very careful on how you do that. Now, you have to have standards with your business or your company or your football team, standards that you have to have when you develop the level of support that you need. That's exactly what successful teams, successful organizations do. They have standards, but they also support everything that they're doing. A couple of other things now, you have to have a way to build trust. Trust building is something that is always ongoing. It's a system where you need to have a way to be able to communicate, be able to understand, and giving that level of assessment we talked about with ownership charts in the above concept. So I think that there's a couple of things that you also need to have. One is consistency, and one is just fortitude. The fortitude to finish things out and doing it in a consistent basis. And that counts for everyone on your team. So accountability. Comment below and let me know how these principles may align with you. And I want to thank you all for joining. And remember, make it your own with your reasons to believe.